Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Coupe. We get some stunning motor cars here, but this has got to be right up there. I mean, the only way to describe this car is exceptional, outstanding. It's just beautiful. I don't buy many Aston Martins, so I'm very fastidious buyer of these cars, having being ex-Lancaster Jaguar Aston Martin 7 Oaks before setting up Oakwards. But this car is an exceptional example. This is September 2009, 59, first of the facelifted DB9 V12 6-litre coupes, finished in Casino Royal silver grey with obsidian black leather with Falcon grey piping upper environment. Car's 35,000 miles, guys, with 11 Aston Martin services. I put the history on the advert, but in essence it's been serviced by Works Service, Newport Pagnell and Bristol Aston Martin dealers. The car's going to be serviced by my Aston Martin tech that I used to work with at Lancaster's using Aston Martin parts, so it will be freshly serviced, newly MOT'd before it leaves and goes to its very lucky new owner. Originally an Aston Martin demonstrator, then sold to a chap who owned it 8 years, and the last two owners have had it in 2 years, but MOT'd history shows 1,500 miles each year. The car undeniably has been dry stored because there's no corrosion on it whatsoever, and it's original on the paintwork. But purpose of the video is to go around the car in detail, tell you a bit more about it and Oakwards as we go. So coming onto the front bumper apron, you've got front and rear park sensing, xenon headlamps there. They all suffer from misting, guys. I've got XKRs and they're all the same. When they're out in the elements, they get that little bit of early misting there. It's on this age-related number now, guys. I've got a V5, but obviously been on private numbers. But for a 13-year-old, 35,000 mile motor car, it is exceptional, this motor car. That said, the only way I would fault it is that marking there to the front headlamp. It's not letting any water, it doesn't break the beam pan, and it's not an MOT failure, so we're not going to get involved, guys. But looking at the leading edge, and I've looked at a lot of cars in my 35-year career, a lot of them high value stuff, so I can spot cheap paint a mile off. This car looks completely original to me on the paintwork. And they do tend to corrode these Astons, these VH platformed Astons, particularly if they're not dry stored. But this car is outstanding. There's no delamination to the windscreen. It's a showstopper of a motor car. Got the big B&O showcase audio pack, piano black, Casino Royal paint finish, and red uprated brake calipers. So, but what a beautiful, beautiful motor car. Up onto the front wing here. As I said, I've been round the car fastidiously, and it is original on the paint, where there's no signs of cheap paint on this car whatsoever. That alloy is generally good order. We're marking to the outer edge there, but no serious bar to walk away from it. And it's got a set of Bridgestone Potenter tyres, all at around 4 to 5 mil. Read the reviews on these, guys. This is the first of the 2008, 2009 facelift car, which got extra 20 brake horsepower, DBS centre console, and importantly the Touchtrinic 2 automatic gearbox, which gives much smoother changes and is known to be a much better gearbox than the first variant of that car, of that box. But up onto the front driver's wing, that's pristine. That alloy is unmarked, and that Bridgestone tyre is at about 5-6 mil. Mirror houses power folding successfully. Driver's door, rear quarter. As I say, the paint depths look to be correct. All the paint finishes as it should be, Aston factory. There's no annoying car parking dents. Just little stuff like round these normally corrode. And normally there's a load of delamination on the windscreen, not on this motor car. A little bit there, but the car is spectacular in terms of condition. Inside, it's as cherished as it is outside. Back seats look very little used, absolutely in keeping with its 35,000 mile billing. Got 2 keys for it, guys, there. A little bit old because we've been trading since 2001, so we're over 20 years old now. Based in a little village called East Folly, just outside Maidstone in Kent. Small workshops and MOT facility that we use to proper used cars. Not this particular car. It's going to be serviced by my Aston Martin tech, who is work service trained and using Aston Martin parts, but it will have an Oakwood stamp in the service book. But just a pure delight of a motor car. Round to the back of the car now, rear park sensing, no marks to that rear bumper apron. Aston Martin Bristol supplied and serviced with them throughout, I think, along with work service. But you can just see the car's spectacular. We're partner finance with Close Brothers, so before you organise your money for this lovely DB9, speak to us. We run a rate for risk programme. Let's say you better your financial standing in the community. Our interest rate you'll pay with Close. And don't believe we buy any car. We simply will be the best buyer of any part exchange offered to us, and certainly in the car's early life with us, we will prioritise people that are either offering us a nice part exchange and or financing with us over straight cash buys. But down the passenger side of this car, it's the same as the driver's side. It's unblemished. You could buy this for a gift to somebody, jump in it and drive it from our place in East Farley to their drive, and you wouldn't need to do anything to it. It's spectacular. That tyres at about 4 mil. But you can just see, look, no chipping on it. Door handles, beautiful. They normally corrode in these areas here, but this one's outstanding. We bought the car directly from an Aston Martin dealer that took it in part exchange, unsurprisingly. And they didn't retail it because of its age, and they were overstocked. I think they were crazy. I think they should have got rid of some of that unsaleable, expensive Aston Martin stock and stock something that a lot more people can have an interest in. But just a beautiful motor car, look. So here's the provenance checks, tells you what it is, guys. Touchtrinic 2 car, first registered September 2009, demonstrator in its first 6 months, then owned by somebody for 8 years, and the last 2, so it's 4 owners in total, guys. Yeah, no outstanding consumer finance, no accident history. Here's the MOT checks, guys, which is a matter of public record. I'll put it all on the advert. We're going to new the MOT it, but you can just see it's done 1,500 miles a year and been dry stored, in my opinion, because its condition is outstanding. And then we have the service book here, which has got, I think, 11 or 12 Aston Martin service stamps. It's all photographed in the advert. Probably not videoing very well. But you can just see, in terms of provenance, it doesn't get much better. And that was the last service carried out. And we're going to do a due service on it. I've driven the car not very far, but it feels brand new, not 13 years old. And this time when we're all looking for electric cars, if you want something to go in the garage that you can get out for high days and holidays, this undeniably is that motor car. There's the mileage today, guys, 35,000 miles. All starts freely, all the navigation works. There's no cracking around that screen, which they're known for. All the air conditioning fridges up as it should do. There's the nav, guys. And we've got the proper B&O showcase audio pack there, which is spectacular. So there we go. Never many DB9s in the marketplace. I get price is important, guys, but more important than that is what you buy. And this is a spectacularly nice original motor car with an enviable Aston Martin service history. And we're an outstanding independent specialist based in East Farley, just outside Maidstone in Kent. If you've been looking for the best and you want something to go in the garage, sub £50,000, I think you'd have to look at many, many cars to better this particular example. Thanks for watching.